Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy LastChanceFPS, or you call me Chance, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how you could easily average up to 40 paint cans every single time you play a game here in Blackout for Blackout, doing my easy and simple method. And honestly, guys, this method actually isn't that difficult. I have seen some other people covering this topic, but I feel like some other points I'm going to make in this video to basically maximize your potential in game to get as many as possible, because a lot of people have made this same method but haven't gone into actual depth how to actually, like I said, maximize it and get as many paint cans as possible. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to be throwing out some stats for you guys regarding the paint can system. But I hope with this video and just my method and how I'm going to go into depth with it to basically make it as easy as possible for you guys to unlock gold, diamond, or even dark matter if you guys decide to do that. So if you guys go on to enjoy the rest of this video, definitely drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see future Black Ops 4 Blackout tips and tricks videos like this. I like to mix it up with my original gameplay videos that you guys already know and love to see. And also, what I do want to mention really quickly is I did see your guys' comment on my last video covering the new game Apex Legends. I definitely read your comments loud and clear. I'm definitely going to give that game a shot when they release the solo mode, because this game has been absolutely insane in terms of popularity. So I definitely want to give the game a go. And also, guys, I do apologize for the lack of videos lately. I just really haven't been too motivated to make videos because Black Ops 4 Blackout has been in currently the worst state I have seen since its original release. And honestly, it's a shame because I actually do like Blackout. I just think they're doing a lot of things wrong, and there's a lack of content and developer updates and all that stuff. But in this video, I'm going to get back into my method, how to get 40 paint cans. But yeah, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, all of your guys' support is greatly appreciated. But with all that stuff being said, let's hop into the methods. So I've already seen a couple videos of people basically showing this simple method, how to get as many paint cans as possible. And if you guys haven't seen it already, it is definitely going to be utilizing the vehicles in this game, because the vehicles are obviously going to be your best and fastest way to get around the map. And honestly, in terms of vehicles, I will say between the ATV, the ARAV, as well as the truck, I think by far your best bet is going to be the ATV. It is just fastest vehicle. It's nimble, really easy to get on and off and slow down to stop, pick up paint cans. It's just really good. The ARAV is also not a bad option as well, but the problem is that vehicle is definitely rare, and I don't recommend you use the truck. It's just there's really no point. You might as well use the ATV in this situation. So in the background, you guys are going to be seeing some gameplay of me basically utilizing this method. And honestly, really the only thing you guys have to worry about is just knowing where ATVs are going to spawn. Now, honestly, for me, since I've been doing this method a ton now, I've kind of figured out where the ATVs generally spawn throughout the map, at least on the outsides when you initially drop. Because what I like to do is, as soon as the helicopter allows you to jump, I like to jump right away, and it definitely helps if the zone is right there, because it gives you even more time to go around the entire edges of the map and pick up as many paint cans as possible. But basically, you just want to land, find an ATV right away, even land on it. Honestly, looting isn't even that important. I will say, if you guys do decide to quickly loot like a house or something like that, really the only thing you want to look for is just healing or armor. You really don't need to find a gun, because you're not going for kills. You're basically trying to get on the ATV and pick up as many paint cans as you could possibly find. So killing people with weapons isn't really that important. But if you guys find a couple kills, maybe a shield or two, definitely pick that up if you guys can. But honestly, just try to get on the ATV and start moving as fast as possible, because time is not on your side. So honestly, as soon as you guys find an ATV and you guys start driving along, what I've noticed with a lot of other videos covering this topic is they don't really tell you in terms of like where to actually go to find as many paint cans as possible, because I've been grinding this method a ton this past week. That's why I actually did get diamond camo, which I will showcase for you guys later in this video. But basically, the type of roads, I feel like not a lot of people have actually covered in terms of like what roads spawn more paint cans than not. Because if you guys didn't already know, if you guys haven't tried this already, paint cans definitely spawn more frequently on different type of pathways than others. It kind of comes down to two type of roads you guys want to look for, and then two roads you guys want to kind of avoid, because paint cans really don't spawn there that often. In terms of the two types of roads you guys do want to stay on to basically maximize your potential of getting as many paint cans as possible, that is going to be either the 2-lane concrete roads, where it's only one lane going one way and one lane going the other way. That is by far the best roads that I've noticed that spawn paint cans frequently. And then the other type of road you guys could definitely take advantage of as well is going to be the single-lane dirt paths. I really don't know how else to describe it. They're not like a walkway or anything. It is a 1-lane dirt road, but honestly, those roads actually aren't bad as well. I just find that they don't spawn as frequently as the 2-lane normally paved roads. But honestly, either of those two types of roads are great. Those are the two you definitely want to stick to and basically spend as much time as possible throughout the game. The two types of roads you guys definitely want to avoid at all costs, because I've noticed that paint cans rarely spawn there, is going to be the 4-laned like main roads. There's only one 4-laned road that goes on the left side of the map to my knowledge. Definitely want to avoid that road. Paint cans pretty much never spawn on that road. And then by far the worst roads you guys want to avoid is actually not even necessarily a road. It's like the 1-laned like bike paths or kind of like walk paths. I know they're kind of by like the random houses and whatnot. This type of pathway isn't that frequent, but I've noticed that paint cans never spawn there. So honestly, if you guys avoid those type of pathways, you guys should be good to go, because there are plenty of the two other type of roads throughout the map. And basically, if you guys stick those two types of pathways, you guys should be good to go to gain as many paint cans as possible. And really the rest of the way in terms of this method is you basically just want to continue to drive on these type of roads. Every time you guys see a paint can, basically stop, get out, pick it up, get back on, and just repeat this method over and over and over. Obviously, you guys want to avoid other people as best as possible. And I've noticed as me recording this video, they currently have the LTM ambush out where it's only snipers and Bowie knives to my knowledge. Definitely take advantage of the ambush LTM if it is still currently out. As me recording this video, they are currently in the second week of this LTM being out. So that's what I've been taking advantage of. I've been seeing really good success compared to if like let's say you try this in the solos modes where everyone has different guns. The storm does move, so you kind of have to like plan out your routes before you start going. But in terms of like people trying to shoot at you, I haven't really felt that much trouble lately. And I think this LTM is definitely the game mode that you guys are going to try to want to take advantage of to basically complete this method and just get as many paint cans as possible. I think averaging at least 30 to 35 cans per match is definitely a standard for me. I've had a number of games where I've gotten 40 plus, but I definitely think 30 to 35 is good. And I think if you get a really good game, 40 is definitely possible. But obviously you're going to get other games where like you get screwed over right at the beginning, or an entire team shots you. That's going to happen, guys. But I think if you pinpoint where you want to go, the pathways, and just basically utilizing where the storm is going and all those different factors, and then obviously avoiding teams if you guys can, you could definitely get up to 40 paint cans per match. And that's why I think the gameplay in the background is kind of showing off. It's really simple. You just kind of like just want to drive around, loop around the outside of the maps, kind of cut in and out. It's really not that hard. It's just basically figuring out where the paint cans generally spawn and just keeping an eye out for it. And besides that, it's actually not that difficult. Just to showcase for you guys what diamond camo does look like, since I have put in the time to unlock it for my assault rifles. Honestly, if you guys were to ask me if I want to continue to do this method to get like let's say my SMGs or sniper rifles diamond, honestly considering how much it takes, probably not. But I think in terms of getting it done for my assault rifles, I definitely do think it was worth it moving forward. But I'm just going to quickly showcase for you guys all the different type of camos you get. And one thing I actually didn't know about is when you do get gold for a weapon, you also get this kind of reactive camo called, I believe, the plasma drive. And one thing I actually didn't notice that if you guys hit square or details, it does change the color variation every time you get a kill. So for instance, at one kill it changes to like more of a purple or pink, the next is more of like a neon green, and then finally it's back to like more of like a dark blue. I think this camo is arguably better than gold camo in my opinion, just because of how unique and bright it is. But going back to the other camos, if I go back to my blackout camos, this is gold, which does look pretty nice in my opinion. But again, it does have its own different camo variations when you do get kills. At one kill, you kind of get like this gold like reflection, pretty nice touch if I will say. But then at kill 2, you get more of like a purple finish, which I actually do like. But honestly, if I had to pick between gold or the plasma drive, I might have to go with the plasma drive. But then finally, what you guys have been wanting to see back at the diamond camo, bam, this is what it looks like. I'm going to quickly showcase what it looks like for all the different weapons. This is going to be the Galil. I honestly really don't use that weapon too often. Next is the ICR-7, which is honestly kind of the worst gun in the weapon class, but regardless, still looks pretty nice. The Rampart 17 looking pretty nice and sleek with the diamond camo as well. The KN-57, which is definitely one of my favorite weapons in the class, so that's really good that that looks good. Next is going to be the Vapor, which I really don't use too often that much, but it still doesn't look that bad itself. Next is going to be the Maddox, which again does look pretty nice in my opinion. Don't use it too often. But then finally, my favorite gun in the assault rifles, the SWAT RFT, and man, look at this gun. The entire magazine is covered with diamonds. This gun just absolutely looks insane with diamond. I think you could argue it looks the best in the class with diamond camo, and honestly, I am so looking forward to getting future gameplays for you guys using the diamond camo for my assault rifle, so definitely stay tuned for that if you guys haven't already subbed to the channel. But again, the diamond camo has its own different weapon camo variations, which I'm going to showcase for you guys really quickly. Again, if you guys go to details, obviously this is at the start of the game. At 1 kill, you get more of like a purple finish, which I actually arguably think is my favorite out of them. At kill number 2, you get more of like a neon green, which I think looks pretty good as well. Kill number 3, it's like more of like a dark blue, which again looks really nice in its own right. At 4, you kind of get more of like an orangish yellow, which kind of looks pretty good. It's probably my least favorite, but again, it still sparkles like crazy. Next is going to be more of like a neon blue, light blue, whatever you want to call it. Really, really bright. And then finally at kill number 6, the final stage, bam, guys, look at this. More of like a rainbow, like psychedelic diamond blinged out gun. Honestly, this camo is absolutely insane. I'm definitely looking forward to getting this variation of the camo in game. People are going to think this looks absolutely insane, and I'm really curious how bright this is in game, because obviously in the menu it looks really bright, but I'm really curious what it looks like in game. So definitely stay tuned for future gameplays of me showing off this camo. This is just absolutely insane. This was definitely worth it in my opinion. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be the statistics, or just the stats that I've put together when going for these paint can camo challenges. So I kind of lightly touched up about this on my last video, basically complaining how many paint cans it actually takes to get dark matter for every single weapon, but I actually wanted to go into a little bit more depth in terms of how much playtime it actually requires to get dark matter, or even diamond camo, for instance, for me. So I'm going to put a picture up on screen now of all the different stats that I put together, and basically, obviously, to start off, it does take 270 paint cans per weapon to basically unlock all of the camos to at least get gold. There's going to be 33 weapons, and that is a total of just over 8,900 total paint cans if you want to get dark matter and complete gold camo for every single weapon in the game, which is just absolutely insane. So my next thing I kind of wanted to figure out was, like, if I average X amount of cans, X amount of how many minutes each game is, all the difference of how long would it actually take me. So the next thing I did was, obviously, an ambush game is granted approximately about 15 minutes. And then obviously, if you guys also average approximately 30 cans per game, it's not like too less where it's like 20 to 25, but it's not like on the higher end of 35 to 40. I just think 30 is kind of like the middle of the road. It takes about 2.5 hours per weapon to get gold camo. So that is about standard 2.5 hours. And then for me, since I got diamond camo on my assault rifles, which is 7 weapons total, it took me 17.5 hours approximately just grinding this paint can method to get my diamond assault rifles, which is absolutely insane. And I think that's what pisses me off the most, is the fact that you only have to dedicate your time playing to this method, which I personally don't like. It'd be one thing if you could actually play the game regularly and get diamond camo relatively quick, but the fact that you could only grind the game using my method, that's what I don't like. They absolutely need to change this, and it honestly gets worse from here. So the next thing I wanted to figure out was if I actually went for the dark matter camo in this game, which honestly I can tell you guys right now I am not going to do after I pulled up these numbers. But the next thing I factored in was how many hours would it take me to complete every single gold camo for all 33 weapons in the game, and it came up to 82.5 hours for every single weapon in the game, or 3 3/4 of a day of non-stop grinding, guys. Treyarch, what are you thinking, man? Like, you're telling me that if I want to get a dark matter camo, which honestly I think it looks sick, like, I'm not gonna lie, I like dark matter in this game, but you're expecting me to play for almost 4 days of just grinding? Like, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. And honestly, that just makes me think, you're telling me that not even one developer in Treyarch sat down and said, you know what, if we have to do these many paint cans to get this weapon gold, and there's these many weapons in the game, I'm gonna simply factor in how long it would take. Like, you're telling me no one caught this? Like, it literally took me 10 minutes to figure this out based on me getting diamond camo for my assault rifles. So you're telling me no one developing the game figured this out or even noticed it? Like, that just what boggles my mind in how incompetent these Call of Duty developers are. And that's what pisses me off the most, is that they don't even know what the hell they're putting into their game. Give me a break, dude. Like, the numbers are a clear example of how incompetent these Treyarch developers are, or just Call of Duty developers in general are, that they don't even know what they're doing to their own game. There's no excuse for that. And that's what pisses me off the most. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, kind of just showing off my method of how to maximize your paint cans, as well as also these mind-boggling statistics in my eyes. But honestly, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, again, I do apologize for the lack of videos lately, but I'm definitely going to be start uploading and streaming on my Twitch more often. But yeah, guys, if you guys wanted to enjoy this video, you guys already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, click the bell notification if you haven't already to never miss a future video here on my channel. Follow my Twitch and all of my social medias. That'll be linked down in the description down below. Until next time, I will catch you guys in the next video.